Today is December 12th. It is here in southern Idaho is freezing, freezing. Last night when I went to bed, I'm looking at my window. Last night when I went to bed, it was really foggy, and I woke up this morning and it's gorgeous outside. All the trees have a thick layer of frost on them, and anyway, and it's really cloudy and still foggy, but it's pretty outside. Too bad I have to go out in it to go to work today. Otherwise, I would just stay home and stitch. I don't know if it's snowing or not, but it looks like my car just over the last couple of hours is getting like a layer of, looks like a dusting of snow on it, but it's too cold to snow, so I don't know. Maybe it's just the frost falling off the trees. Um, I had a wonderful birthday. My youngest daughter came over and took me out to dinner or out to lunch. And sorry, that's my phone. Someone's sending me a text. Anyway, my youngest daughter took me out to lunch, and then we worked on some quilt squares. We have been for about a year and a half. This quilt is taking forever to do. We get together every once in a while and work on quilt squares. And the book we're working out of is called Farm Girl Vintage. And um, the designer, her name is Lori Holt. She has, oh my gosh, her quilts are so cute. So I have several of her books and patterns and stuff that I am starting or working on or having works that I've gotten fabric for. Anyway, so we've been working on these quilts for about a year and a half. I think there's like 60 blocks. I'm going to make 2 different quilts out of mine because 60 blocks would be a gigantic quilt, like over a king size quilt. So I'm going to do 2 different, but I wanted to do all the blocks because I couldn't just pick and choose because they're so cute. Anyway, so she has her book, and then you could buy companion blocks that go with the book, and I think there was 15 of those. So between the book and that, there was 60, I think 60 blocks. So anyway, I'm going to show you. So I'm not going to show you a quilt at the end. I'm going to show you the blocks that we worked on. I still haven't squared them up, and there's kind of strings and stuff hanging off of them because all I've done is quilted or pieced them together and then just put them in my drawer. But so hopefully we have, I think, 4 more blocks to go, and then we're done. So I'm hoping 2018 I will get both of the quilts done. That's my goal. So these are the ones that we worked on. We actually worked on them on, I believe, Wednesday, my birthday, and then the next day, Thursday. So these are the blocks that we got done in that time. So this one, the carrots, isn't that cute? And she has a fabric line that you can purchase to do these quilts with. I am just using, these are all scraps. This is a total scrap buster quilt. I'm getting rid of every scrap of fabric that I have from other quilts and fat quarters that I've bought over the years and stuff. So, and that's the pie. And this is the cow we did. I still have to put on his tail and his eyes. There's some embroidery detail that needs to be done. But it's the cow. And the kitty cat. And the bee. And this one is the peach. Anyway, that's what we did. That was fun. And then Wednesday night of my birthday, they were going to go and drive around and look at lights, and I didn't want to go because they were going to one spot where you get out and you walk, and I just wanted to stay home where it was warm. I didn't want to go out, but I did go out and have pizza with them that night for dinner. And then what else did we do? My husband wasn't home from work. He didn't get home until Thursday. So Friday night, he didn't get home till late Thursday night. So Friday night, he took me out to dinner, and we went and saw my daughter's church this year. They did 2 nights where they did a live nativity, and it kind of told a the story of Christ's birth, and you drove through it. So you had to have your windows down, and they had actors that did some narrative and stuff, and you drove through it. And they had, at the end, there was a stable, and they had live animals. They had sheep, and they had um, miniature ponies and camels and goats. And anyway, it was really really cool. And so we went to that, and I think that's all we did, because then I went back to work on Saturday. So yeah, that's all I did. But it was nice. It was nice. It was just very relaxing 3 days. We did finish up our shopping. My husband and I went Friday and finished up our Christmas shopping. So we are completely done, except for I just need to go and find some stocking stuffers for him. he's he's really hard to buy for, because someone said, I think it was Trish, I'm not sure. Anyway, somebody said that it's, as adults, you really just kind of buy what you need or want. And so, yeah, I had a hard time trying to decide what to get for my husband this year for Christmas. And he had mentioned 3 things that he wanted. And I think he's completely forgot that he mentioned those 3 things, because I went and bought those 3 things. And he has said nothing more about them. So I think he's gonna be surprised when he gets them. But finding stocking stuffers for him is really hard. I think I'm gonna get him a couple of gift cards, because he does travel for work, and so I'm gonna get a couple of gift cards and put in a stocking so that he can use those while he's traveling. I don't know. I just don't know what to get him. I mean, because really, like I said, if he wants it or needs it, he just goes and buys it, and so it's really hard to buy for him. Okay, so let's get on to the stitching part of this. Okay, so I think so this is Lantern Lane. I'm just going to go into my whips. This is kind of going to be random. So this is Lantern Lane. Let me kind of fold this so I can show the whole picture here. The house is finally done, except for the door, because the door, I am going to kind of use the same method that I used in the roof for the door. So, and I need floss 680. I don't have it, because I'm going to use 680 and 676, and I'm going to make it kind of look like the roof. So I need to go and get 680. I probably have it in one of my other kitted up projects or whatever, but I'm not going to look for it. I'm just going to go buy some. So I still need to finish the door. I did change out the color of the chimneys, because it was the same color as the house, and I didn't want red chimneys. I wanted black, so I did black. And then I got the light post done, except for the little light in the light post. So anyway, so I think next on it is I'm going to start on the snow and get the snow done down here. And then, because the snow continues over to this side where the big tree is. And so that's going to be where I go to next. I don't think this is going to be done before Christmas. Seriously, that house, I started this November 1st. And granted, I haven't sewed on it every day, but I've only had 3 whips, or 3 things in my rotation. So I mean, this is actually getting stitched on every 3rd day basically. This house took me forever, so I really don't think I'm gonna get this done before Christmas, but that's okay, it doesn't matter. But that's where I'm at on that one. And the next one is this one's a finish. This one is wrong pattern, wrong chart. This one is Main Street Station by Little House Needleworks. Yeah. And it is done, except for the berries that I'm going to use for beads here. And there's some berries on this garland right here. And I thought I had some beads, but I do, but I think they're too red for this. So I need to order some Mill Hill beads that are more of a cranberry color. But other than that, that one is done. And then I started on the Caroline Quartet, which is the next chart in the series. I'm doing the charts in order. So yeah, that's Caroline Quartets. And I actually started this yesterday. Whoops, my needle minders are stuck together. I started this one yesterday. This one was up for my rotation yesterday. So I started it yesterday and I actually got a lot done. So I've got the tree all done. And I don't know if you can see it, but there are white birds and then the white snowflakes. I think once I get the beaks on the birds and their eyes, then you'll be able to see them a little bit better. And then I got almost all the snow done down here. The present is done. Well, no, it's not. The present is almost done. I still got to add, there's red in the present. And then what I'm doing, and I may pick this out if it does not work. It calls for DMC metallics. I don't have any of that. I don't have access to it. I don't have access to Krennic or the Treasure Braid or any of those kind of flosses. I would have to order them. So what I'm doing is I do have gold beads. And up here, the birds, might be really, really hard to see. But the birds are holding a banner that goes across the tree. Maybe you can see it better in the picture. So they are holding a banner. And then the top of the tree has a star. I don't know if you can see it. And then the present, the bow. And that was all supposed to be done in the DMC metallic. So what I'm doing is my star, I'm going to put and do it entirely of Mill Hill beads. See if it works. I don't know if it's going to work. Anyway, and then what I've done is for the banner, I stitched every other one in 676. And the same with my ribbon and bow on the present. I stitched every other one in 676. And then I'm going to go in and fill it in with gold beads. We'll see. If it doesn't work, then I'll just unpick it all and I'll figure out something else. So hopefully it will look fine. And then, like in the other ones, in the snowflakes, I'm going to, you really can't see it. You can actually see this in real life. I promise you, the white is showing up. But when I'm looking at it on the camera, it really doesn't. But in each one of the little snowflakes, I'm going to put a crystal bead. And I'll do that on all of them so it's all consistent. So anyway, there's that one. And then I am working on, this started December 1st. It's the Country Cottage Needleworks, and this is on the Little House Country Cottage Needleworks Facebook group. And it is a stitch along for the 25 days of Christmas. So it started December 1st. And this is what it looks like. The glare, sorry. And I think when I showed my last video, I might have had this house started because I was late coming into this. I ordered the pattern I got it the week of this that it started. I think I got it Monday and this started on Friday, I believe, the 1st. And then but they had a pre-stitch, so they had talked about this for like the whole month of November. And you could do a pre-stitch where you stitched all the houses and then the borders and then all the squares. So each day you just had to add your motif and your number inside. Well, since I was late coming into the game, I didn't get all the pre-stitch done. I did get all of the squares done. And that was, to me, that was the most important because then I could just add to the squares. And then this is in my rotation. So every third day I'll work on the houses and stuff. So when I think last week in my video, I just had part of this house done. So I've actually got a lot done on it. I finished up the border because I think I had some of the border, but not all of it. finished up this house. This house is almost done. It just needs the windows filled in and the roof done. And then I started on that house, and then I got all the snow done. So anyway, and then there is, I did get up this morning, and that's kind of the first thing I did this morning was due day number 12. So that's where I'm at on that one. And then tomorrow, I start in on my 12 days of Christmas, because tomorrow's December 13th, so I'll start in on my 12 days of Christmas. And I'm not going to show the progress on those. I've decided, because I still want to keep working on my lantern lane, and I really want this done by Christmas, so I still want to keep this in my rotation and work on those. And the carolers, you know, and I want to continue with that. So I think what I'm going to do when I start on my 12 days of Christmas, I'm going to dedicate, if I have an hour to dedicate to it, I'm going to do 1 hour stitching, and that's it on those 12 days of Christmas, so that I can keep on with my rotation. And then, because I'm only going to stitch on, I don't know if this makes sense. I'm only going to stitch on those, like the one I start tomorrow, I'll spend an hour on it, and that's it. And then it won't even get worked on at all until January 1st. I'll put it into my rotation, because I'm going to keep on these, working on these other ones. Okay, so then, I can't believe this. So I have a drawer that's full of fabric for cross stitching. And I don't know why I was going through the drawer the other day, but in the very back, in the very bottom, I found this whip. It's an old whip. Maybe it was an unfinished object. I don't know. And okay, so I told you in my last video, I showed you my stockings that I had done, and then I said that I decided not to do them for my grandkids because, you know, as our family expanded with kids and with grandkids and you know, in-laws and things like that, because they were so much work and I just didn't have the time. And so I decided to do the quilted stockings. Okay, so I'm going to back up a little bit, because I found this, and I think my intentions was I was going to do this series of stockings, cross stitching them, instead of the Better Homes or the cross stitching country crafts ones, the heirloom stockings, because these ones were easier. And so I found this along with a working copy. I don't have this chart anymore. Anyway, so this is what it is. It's Shepherd's Bush. It's by Shepherd's Bush. This is, oh, I think it's called Peter's stocking. This is Peter's stocking. So I pulled this out, and I'm like, I don't even know what this fabric is. So I went on Stitch Mania. I'm like, okay, does anybody know what the color of this fabric? Because I thought, well, maybe I'll finish doing them, because I remember this was quick. I mean, it was a very quick stitch. So they directed me to, and they says vintage country. I wrote it down. Vintage country mocha. So I'm like, this was easy. Maybe I'll go back, finish this, and do these for everybody in my family. And I'm not going to rush to do them. If it takes me a few years, it takes me a few years. So I think I'm going to do that. But here's my thing. So all I had was this was folded up. I had the working copy chart, or working copy stuck in it, folded in with it. I don't have the charts. I have none of the charts. I have all the working copies, and so I don't know what my intentions were. I kind of think that what happened is my intentions was going to stitch these stockings. I made working copies of all of them, and then when I decided not to do these, I folded this up, put all the working copies with this, stuck it in the drawer. Now, mind you, this has been, I wrote on here the name of whose stocking this was supposed to be. And this is for my grandson, who is 8. So I started this. I had to have started this in 2010, maybe, because my grandson was born in 2009. So I had to have started this in 2010 or 2011. So I'm thinking what I did is I started it, decided I wasn't going to do them, took all the working copies, put them with this chart, stuck them in this drawer. So when I pulled this out, I went looking in, because I have a file cabinet. You can see my file cabinet right here. The 3rd drawer down is where I store all my charts, and I have them all in alphabetical order by designer. So I pulled out my file that has my shepherd's bush in it. I don't have these patterns. So what I'm thinking is, and if I had started this, I would have kept the pattern, except for I think I don't remember starting it. And so when I went through and sold all of my charts, I didn't sell them all, but I sold a lot of them, and I must have sold all those shepherd's bush ones, because if I'd remembered that I had started this, I wouldn't have sold them all. So anyway, what I've decided is I'm going to rebuy all the charts. So I've actually ordered Peter's Bush chart. I thought maybe I could just finish it just using the working copy, but the working copy doesn't have the key chart on it. So I don't know which colors they are and which colors match up to which symbols. And I probably could figure it out just by matching up with the colors I've already started. But I just ordered the chart. So the chart is coming. It's actually on its way. I ordered from 123 Stitch. And so I decided if I'm going to order the chart, if I'm going to have to order all these charts again, I'm going to go ahead and order the charm packs that go with them. So the chart and the charm pack is coming with it. I'm going to finish this one, and then I will, when I'm just about done with this one, I'll pull out one of my other working copies, go on 123 Stitch, order the charm pack and the chart for that one. And I'm buying all the charts again, I guess. I don't know. I kind of looked on eBay to see if maybe I could get them for less than, but eBay's really wasn't that much cheaper. So I'm just going to go ahead and just order them from 123 Stitch. So, and I don't know that this was for my one, whoops, this was for my one grandson. I said it was 8. I don't know if I'm going to use this one for him. I don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and stitch it. I'm not going to put a name on it yet. And maybe stitch up a couple of other ones and then kind of decide whose is going to be for whose. So they may get these when they become adults. I don't know. We'll just see. Like I said, I'll put them into my rotation, but I'm not going to stitch. I'm not going to say, oh, I got to get these done by next year, because I'm not going to do it. It could take me a few years to do them. Okay, so let's go on with my haul. I got some free stuff in the mail. So 123 Stitch does a Christmas wish list every year, and so you can go on there and you can wish for one item. Once you've wished for the item, you can't wish for anything else. And so this year I went on there and I wished for Liberty by Brenda Gervais. Oh, it's called Land of Liberty, and it's with a needle and thread. I should have taken these out. I'm going to take them out. I've got time. This picture, the pictures are horrible. I don't know why they do such horrible pictures, because sometimes a chart will just be absolutely gorgeous. Once it's stitched up, it's absolutely gorgeous. But if you go by what the picture looks like, it's like, yeah. But I like anything patriotic. So I got that one. Someone sent that to me, and she said she had it in her stash. And so when I got a package from 123 Stitch, I'm like, what did I order? I don't remember ordering anything. And it was just a small, a small package that this would fit in. And I'm like, I don't remember ordering this. So I opened it up and it was this. I'm like, oh, wow. I thought she was sending it from her stash. I didn't expect her to go online and buy me a brand new pattern. And so I emailed her and I thanked her for it. And I'm like, wow, what a surprise that you actually just bought it for me. And she says she had it in her hand. She says, I did pull it out of my stash. I had it in my hands. And she says, I went to mail it and she says, I couldn't find it. She says, I looked everywhere. So she ordered it because she had already promised it to me. So she went ahead and ordered it. The next day she found hers. I said, well, maybe somebody else will want it. Anyway, and then on there they have a reverse wish list. And what that is they put up list of things they have that they're willing to send out to people who wish for them. And so I've been watching Kitten Stitcher, Teresa. And she had these little strawberries that she had cross-stitched, and I think they were Prairie Schooler strawberries. And I thought they were really cute. And so, like I said, I like patriotic. And someone had this on their reverse wish list. And so I went and said, oh, I would love to have that chart. So they sent me this. I'm sorry, I'm really bad about names. And I should have wrote down the name who sent it to me, but I didn't. So, but anyway, thank you. If you watch my videos, thank you. And then I also went on to 123 Stitch and I asked for, if somebody had for sale the 2010 Just Cross Stitch Ornament issue. And someone says, I have it. What's your address? I'll send it to you. And I'm like, well, let me buy it from you or at least pay for postage. And she's like, nope, I'm just going to send it to you. So I got that in the mail this week. Like I said, I don't remember names. I'm sorry. But thank you. Thank you for it because I was actually looking for a specific ornament that Pam and Steph showed in their ornament runway video. And I thought they said it was in this issue, but once I got the issue, it's not in this one. So I'll have to go back and watch the video to see if I can figure out which one it is. But it's okay because there are some ornaments in here that I want to stitch. So it worked out okay. There's some really, really cute ornaments in there. And then my purchases. These had actually been on my wish list at 123 Stitch. A couple of these had been on my wish list. And they had been out of stock. Well, they finally came back in stock. So I added them to my cart and I bought them. The first one is, I'm going to take it out of the package so there's no glare. It is by Country Cottage Needleworks and it's Mary Mary. And I like that one. It's cute. I'm going to do, like I said before, a lot of Christmas and a lot of ornaments and stuff this year. Because I don't have any Christmas stuff. And then the other one, it was on my wish list and it was out of stock for a long time. The day it came back in stock, I added it to my cart. These actually all came back in stock on the same day. So I added them to my cart and I bought them that day. Oh, this one's not coming out. This one is Plum Street Samplers and it's Marry You. I just love those sheep. They're so dang cute. So yeah, so there's that one. And then the other thing I got was, it's by Blackbird's Design. It's Home for the Holidays. And it's actually a book. And I got it for a couple of reasons. One was this. This is called Christmas Garden Sampler. Isn't that cute? And then Blessings Be Thine. I love that one. And then the other one that I really, really liked was, towards the ends right here, 'Tis the Season. I'm not going to fold this because I don't want to show the chart. Isn't it cute? Anyway, so that, I got that. And then, oh, the other thing I got from 123 Stitch was, this was in the clearance. And I don't have a whole lot of other holiday stuff, like Valentine's and Easter and stuff. So I got this one. It's by Homespun Elegance, and it's A Love So True. I'm not going to take this one out of the package because it's sealed. So I thought that would be a cute pillow to stitch up to put in a bowl. And then I have been looking at this chart. I didn't get this from 123 Stitch. I got this from eBay. I've been looking for this chart for a long time, and I saw it at a very reasonable price. I don't remember where I saw it, but it was a very, very reasonable price. In fact, I think it was for sale for the original. It says $5 on here, so it was like $4.95. I think is where I was buying it, or I found it, and I didn't purchase it. I thought, oh, I can wait, and then I went to look again. And some other people had showed it on their videos, and I'm like, I really, really want that. And so I went to look again, and I went to, there's a website, I can't remember the name of it, but you can go on there and you can find out of print charts, and sometimes they're very reasonable. This one was not. It was like $30 some, I think, or $40 some on there, and I'm like, hey, I ain't paying that much for a chart. Sorry. Anyway, so then someone else showed it, and I'm like, I really, really want that. So I went on eBay, and I typed in the name, and it popped up, and I paid, I want to say, with shipping was like $14. And I thought, well, that's not bad, because it is out of print, you know, and they haven't reprinted it. It is a Prairie Schooler chart, so it is, and it's the good quality charts, and it's called Santa Rides, and I just love this. I think out of all of these, this one right here is my favorite, with an old-fashioned car or truck and with Christmas trees in it. But I love that one, and I really like the one with the train. But I like them all, and I want to stitch them all. So anyway, so I got that. I'm glad I got it. I should have bought it when I first thought, oh, I really want that, and I saw it for like $5. I should have just bought it, but I didn't. So yeah, that's what happens. Okay, so I don't know if somebody did a shout out for me or what, but I have gotten a lot of subscribers in the last week or so. I mean, I get quite a few, like 3 or 4 every day. And yesterday I was looking at it, and I have over 200 subscribers. And so if somebody did the shout out for me, yay, thank you. I appreciate it. But anyway, so because I have reached my 200 subscribers, I'm going to do another giveaway. So, when I was going through my stash and reorganizing, or alphabetizing everything, kind of, because when I'd sold all my stash, I kind of just, the charts that I decided to keep, I just kind of threw into the file cabinet, and there was no order to it. And so then I started buying stash again this year. I just recently started buying stash, just before I started making these videos. And I ended up, and then I decided I better go through and these charts, because I don't want to buy duplicates. Well, I had already bought duplicates. I had 2 that I had bought duplicates on. So because I had bought duplicates, rather than send them back, you know, to get credit or whatever, I thought, oh, I'll just keep them, and then if somebody wants them, I'll give them to them, or no, I decided I'm going to use them as a giveaway. So they're brand new. I've never stitched out of these. The one is still sealed. So I'm going to do the giveaway. I'll just do the random generator. I think I'm going to do, I'll do the giveaway on my next video. So it'll be sometime next week. just in the comments below, just comment on the one that you want. Don't say giveaway. All the rules apply. Don't say giveaway. Must be 18 or older. Must be a subscriber. Anyway, and just say which chart. I would like this chart, and say the name of the chart. And then I'll just use the random number generator thing like I used last time. And I'll pick a winner on my next video. So it'll be sometime next week. So the charts that I have this is Shepherd's Bush Summer Trifles. That one. So if you want this one, say, I would like Summer Trifles. The next one I have is by Homespun Elegance, and it's called Delivering Snow. And so if you want this one, say, I would like Delivering Snow. And then my last one, this one actually I got in a giveaway, and it's just really not something I would stitch. So I am going to give it away. I'm going to pass it on. I took out the giveaway. It was a patriotic giveaway, and it had a whole bunch of patriotic charts and stuff in it. And I picked out the ones that I would like. And this is just not one I would stitch. So it's by, I don't know, RETM, I guess, is the designer. It's called A Gobble Couple. A Gobble Couple. Can't even talk. That's a tongue twister. Glory and Julius Gobble Free. So if you want this one, just say, I would like a gobble couple. Anyway, so that's what I have for the giveaway. So if you want, like I said, all the rules apply. Just comment below saying which ones you want. And okay, so what else do I have? Oh, I don't have this. It's in my file cabinet. But as I was going through, when I was going through the fabric and I found the Shepherd's Bush, I found a Ziploc bag in it. A Ziploc bag, and it had fabric in it, and it had some Mill Hill beads in it, different colors of Mill Hill beads. And on the outside it says Santa's Magic. And I'm like, I wonder what this one's for. So I started going through, kind of looking through my charts, and I found I have 3 Mirabilias. Now, Mirabilia really is not my style. I'm just not into all the, I don't know, the queens and the fairies and, you know, all that stuff. I'm just not really into that stuff. So, I've never really bought those, but I found this Santa's Magic. And so I have the fabric for it, and I have the beads for it. And I found the chart in my stash. I found 2 other Mirabilias that I have. One's called Snow Days, and it's a snowman, and it's got a fancy winter scene and stuff. And the other one is called Snow Angels, and it's 2 different charts, and it's a boy and a girl, and they're laying in the snow making snow angels. So anyway, that was kind of a nice surprise. Imagine what you find when you go through your stuff, all the stuff that you have. Yeah, so maybe eventually, I don't know. Those are something that I would like, and they're just really cute. And so maybe one of these days I'll stitch a Mirabilia like everybody else. I don't know. What else do I have? I think that's it for today. I am going to remind you, if you want to join my Facebook group, I'll leave a link in the description below that you can go and join my Facebook group if you want to join my stitch along that starts January 1st. We're doing Santa's Village by Country Cottage Needleworks, and there's 12 in the series, so the plan is to stitch 1 a month. And some people are stitching them individually, some are going to do them as one big piece. I'm doing mine as one big piece. I had my fabric all dyed and everything for it, and then I changed my mind because I decided I wanted to use an opalescent fabric. So now I need to dye that. And I actually bought a huge piece of the opalescent, and so there's enough for my daughter. She's going to do the stitch along with us, And so she's going to use, I'm going to use half of it. She's going to use the other half. And I think she's going to dye hers like a light blue or something. And I'm going to do, I haven't decided. I haven't decided how I want to do mine yet. I can't decide if I want to just dye it like I dyed it before, and then it would just have the sparklies in it, or if I want to do it like, I don't know. I haven't decided. So I got to decide that because that starts January 1st. So if you want to join that stitch along with us, I think right now there's like 30 people that's joining it with us. I'm not sure. But if you'd like to join, I'll leave a link below. You just go into my Facebook group and send me you'll have to request to join it, and then I have to approve it. So there's that. What else is going on? I don't have any shout outs this week. It's been kind of a crazy week. I have notifications on Flosstubers that I watch regularly, and I always try to I'll go into do like Flosstube number 1, and it brings up people, and so I try to find like new ones or ones that don't have the common names, like, everybody else is mentioning in their videos, and watch them. And I haven't had time to do that this week. So, because I watch Flosstube, usually what I do is I watch Flosstube at night before I go to bed. I'll just turn it on, and I have it set on autoplay. So what it does is it kind of just goes through the ones I have notifications on. It just kind of runs through them. So a lot of times I'll be watching one and then I end up falling asleep. And so then the next day I will go back and I'll finish watching where I left off watching it. So usually that's what I do at night. And I just haven't had time to do any searches for new Flosstubers. I've had, with my birthday, I had things going on, and anyway, so I don't have any shout outs, but I did find one I kind of was watching today, and I can't remember her name, so I'm not going to mention her, but maybe I'll mention her next week. So anyway, so I think that's it for today. I hope you all have a wonderful day and get a lot of stitching done. I am going to be going to work in about an hour and a half. Yay. But it's a short day for me today, so I'll be off fairly early tonight. And yeah, it's getting crazy into the holiday season. We have was it 2 weeks from yesterday is Christmas, and so work is getting really busy and crazy, and I know people get really stressed this time of year, and I'm sorry, but don't take it out on the cashiers. Seriously, because we're just there to do our job, and we have rules that we have to follow, and we can't, if something doesn't ring up right, it's not my fault. And I try to make my customer happy, and my boss does kind of give us some leeway of things that we can and cannot do, what we can do, because we want to make everybody happy, but just don't be mean to your cashiers, because they really are just, they're stressed too. It's crazy for us. I remember a couple of years ago, I think it was at Thanksgiving, and we were having a fantastic sale, and this lady brought up something. I can't remember what it was. She brought up something, but she didn't have the right brand. She had the right item, but not the right brand. I think it was vegetables. She had the right vegetable, but she didn't have the right brand. And so I was trying to make it right with her, and I was, explaining to her it's the wrong one, but just hang on just a minute. I'll run grab the right product and exchange out. And she just went off on me, calling me the F word and calling me a bitch. And and she was loud. She was not quiet about it. And my boss ended up coming over and kicking her out of the store, saying, you know what, you need to leave. And, and I was trying, I was just trying to make it right with her, on getting her the right brand. And she just flew off the handle at me. And, so, we're stressed too. And so not only do we have this stress with, because it gets, like I said, it's crazy at work. And, we have all the same holiday stresses as everybody else. I try not to, because um, I don't know, I try not to stress at the holidays, because since I worked retail, I've been working retail for 13 years, 14 years. And I, I worked at I haven't always worked where I'm at a grocery store. I used to work at a drugstore. And so I've worked in retail for 14 years, and we see Christmas starting in August. Seriously, we start seeing Christmas items coming in August. And so Christmas, I mean, I was about going out and doing all the shopping and, the crowds and that, until I started working retail, and it's taken all of that out of me. I probably I probably go and do 80-90% of my shopping online, and so I don't have to deal with the crowds and the people and the rudeness and, all that. So anyway, yeah, just, I'm sorry, I kind of got on a little tangent there and my soapbox. So anyway, just relax and enjoy your holiday season. And, if you forgot to grab something at the grocery store and Christmas morning rolls around, you know, just you do without. And, I do. I don't shop on holidays, even if a store is open on holidays. I mean, I do, like on 4th of July or whatever, but like on Christmas and Thanksgiving, if a store is open, I won't go into it. I don't shop. I don't even go up to the gas pump unless I can go and buy gas that I can just swipe my card and fill up and go. And no one has to work because of it. And so I don't shop on holidays, even if they are open, because I figured if I didn't purchase the item and I forgot about it, it's not that important and we don't need it. So anyway, I'm off my soapbox now. Enjoy your holiday season, and hopefully I'll be back next week. And when I do, I'll do the drawing. But anyway, on my next video, I will do the drawing. I'm not sure what day it will be. It just depends, because it's the week before Christmas next week. Work's going to be crazy. Yeah, so I'm not sure how much of a good mood I'm going to be in to want to do video. I may be just really tired and just not want to do a video. So I'm not sure exactly what day it will be. So, yeah, you have a good day. Bye.